Hey everyone, welcome, and today I wanted to talk to you about how to use the clone stamp tool and how it differs from using the clone stamp tool in regular Photoshop and as well using it in Vanishing Point. And to help us today, I'm going to bring in this. Yes, a standard old Rubik's Cube. Well, maybe not quite standard, it's a little bit bigger, but this is going to be what we're going to use to show you the difference between clone stamp and clone stamp in Vanishing Point. First thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to take this and I am going to solve for one face, and the reason for that is because I actually want to make it so that we can see what the difference is going to be. So give me a quick sec here. Okay, done. So we got one face of this done, and we are going to use this and show you how to use the clone tool versus the clone tool in Vanishing Point. Okay, so now pulling that picture of the Rubik's Cube into Photoshop, we can see that we have, well, two sides that are colored and then one side that is not. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you first what the clone stamp does. The clone stamp is over here on the left side in your toolbars menu, and it's one that looks like an old-fashioned stamp. We're going to click that. And then to select our source, what we're going to do is we're going to hold on Option, and you'll see this little bullseye kind of icon come up, and that is going to choose where our source is. So if I select here and start drawing, you'll notice that it's pulling from the source to the target and covering it over. Now this works well if you are just making small changes or small edits, but it doesn't work if I want to do something like this, where I want to take this colored face and put it onto that non-colored face of this Rubik's Cube, because, of course, the patterns don't match. And we run into this all the time. For example, when we have a room where we have one wall here, one wall there, and we want whatever's on this wall to be on this wall. It doesn't work. And the only way that we can fix that is by using Vanishing Point. So let's just jump into that. Vanishing Point can be found by going up to the Filter menu and then going right down to here, Vanishing Point. Once I'm in, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show Vanishing Point where my planes are. So if you think of a plane like, you know, the horizon is a plane, the walls are a plane, the ceiling, the floor, all those are different planes. And in this case, I've got three planes that I can work with here, and those are the three sides of the Rubik's Cube. And essentially, I'm going to start off with just two planes because I'm going to take the left side of this Rubik's Cube and then clone that onto the right side of the cube. So, first off, I'm going to press C for my Create Plane tool, and I'm going to select the corners of this lovely 7x7 Rubik's Cube. I've created my first plane. Next, I'm going to create another one. So I'm going to click on that icon again, or press the letter C on the keyboard and create my second plane, which is going to be this non-colored face. Alright, and I am just going to adjust that so it is as perfectly aligned as I can make it. Good. And lastly, I'm going to go into my clone tool. And again, the clone tool is just right over here. Select that. And just like with the regular clone tool, I'm going to click on Option to select my source, and I'm going to select that yellow block on the corner. And you'll notice that as I move it around, it's actually adjusting. So you'll see that the verticals are adjusting, the horizontals are adjusting, and as I cross that plane, it flips over. So now, take that, put that right up into the corner there, and start filling in my cube. Alright, there you have it. That is the difference between the clone stamp tool in the regular Photoshop and then the clone stamp tool in Vanishing Point. I hope that was helpful for you. If you have any questions, by all means, put it in the comments, DM me, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, like, subscribe to all of our social media, and as well, support us on Patreon by going to patreon.com/RobMoroto. Until next time, have fun.